Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel.
This is a sample video of our latest podcast episode number 120, in which we interview Qatari vegan entrepreneur Ghanim AlSulaiti.
This interview was actually requested by one of our podcast listeners who's a Brit living in Qatar, and she was so impressed with Ghanim's story that she asked us to get him on the show.
At just 29 years of age, Ghanim has over 10 projects currently live or under development, spanning the wellness, food and beverage and services sectors, all sharing the same vision and values of being vegan, sustainable and promoting a healthier lifestyle.
Talk about living on purpose, right? So this conversation was super interesting because we also spoke about what it's like being vegan in the Middle East culturally, and we spoke about animal rights in Qatar and so much more.
We hope you enjoy this short sample, and if you'd like to listen to the full episode, you can join us on Patreon, which is linked in the description below this video.
Thank you so much for watching and listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye everyone.
Bye. You know, just listening to you speak about all these businesses, you're so passionate about it. You can really hear it coming through your voice, and you've given us an idea of, what sort of drives you. I'm wondering what kind of advice you have for would-be entrepreneurs. What can you tell people before they get into any kind of business like you have?
So I get this question actually asked all the time. And, I always believe that any business that you do, you have to think of like three, let's say, rules, I would say. The first rule would be, would your business make people healthier? I think this is the first question I would always make sure that every entrepreneur, before entering any business, is this business going to make people healthier? Would they be unhealthy after using your business, whatever your business is, a service, food, or any kind of business? That's the first question. The second question, would your business hurt the environment or make the environment better? And then the third question, of course, would your business make money or not? Answer those three questions. And if your answers are all yes, 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 then that means there's something wrong, because you're going to make people unhealthy. You're going to make the environment not a great place, but then you're going to make money. So who wants that nowadays? Nobody. I do feel like the trend or the movement now is going toward businesses that are successful nowadays are businesses that are not just making money, but actually making a positive impact in the community, a positive impact in the environment. I think this is what we need to guide and push people toward that kind of business style, because I believe that we are in 2021 now, and I feel like there is a lot of businesses that are hurting the environment and making people unhealthier. So let's just not add to that. Let's not make worse decisions as other people have done back in the days, because there's let's say they didn't have information. We didn't have as much exposure to the impact that we are creating as humans. So I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs nowadays, I feel like if they really focus on that, I feel like their business will definitely be successful. Not just successful, but I think it will be meaningful. It will make them feel much better about themselves. It will make everybody feels amazing doing business with them. So that's at least what I pride myself on doing, and at least what I try to do. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm sure that I'm 10 times better in terms of my impact on the community and the environment than, let's say, any other business.
Yeah, and the beauty of all of that, everything you've said is spot on, of course. And of course, when you help the environment and you help people's health, you're of course helping animals, because it's all connected. So it's a win-win-win. And, the animal victims that are bred by the billions on this planet and sent to killing factories and have their throats slit open, they don't have to experience all of that if industry changes what their aim is and what the way they do business, basically the services and the products they provide. If it's better for the environment, better for people, by default, we're not going to bring animals into that system. So it just makes so much sense.
100%. For me, I think this is a very interesting point, because I think a lot of people don't like to connect the animals to our daily lives. They don't like to kind of bring them even into the conversation. I think
hearing everything you just said, again, you can apply that to, as you said, anywhere in the world, and it's the same story over and over. It's funny, like as human beings, we're very creative and inventive in so many ways, and then in other ways we're just like lazy and bland and predictable. That's the word. We're predictable sometimes, aren't we? But what I thought it was interesting as you were speaking there, I was wondering, in terms of like you opening up all these vegan businesses in Qatar, Qatar. What kind of attitudes did you come up against? Were people like, yeah, this is a great thing? Or were they like, no, what are you doing? This goes completely against, as you said, our culture. And, these businesses are going to be a flop. You're wasting your time and money. No one's going to eat there. What kind of response and obstacles did you face as you wanted to set all these businesses up?
Well, it was an interesting ride, I would say. It was definitely both. In the beginning, I think when we first opened Evergreen back in 2016, the first day we've opened at 5 p.m., 1st of September, I remember like I was meeting with my team. We sat there literally an hour before the opening and I said, guys, if no one shows up through these doors, that's fine. We're a vegan restaurant. There's not a lot of vegans in Qatar. I don't know many of them. So let's not freak out. This is okay. It's a process. And literally 5:05, and I'm not kidding. There are pictures out there that I can verify what I'm saying. It was full house. The restaurant can fit in.
Thank goodness.
Literally, the restaurant can fit in like, let's say 45, I would say, at a time inside. And it was really hot that day and humid outside, so people couldn't sit outside. So it was literally packed. And it was horrible for our operation. Don't get me wrong. Like we had delays and our kitchen couldn't handle it and we were not ready. But the way people came, and I at that moment, and I remember my parents came that day, and when they saw the people, they were like, oh my God, now we understand what you're talking about. Now we understand when you were telling us about veganism and health and how people needed it and stuff like. I feel like a lot of people didn't understand that before that day, and that day when they saw that scene, and none of these people were vegans. Don't get me wrong. Like these people just like are health conscious people who want to eat healthy food. And it just showed you that there is hope and there are people there that are, looking for something like this and actually wanting something like this for so long, but maybe they're not vocalizing it enough.
When you were talking about the beautiful opening night of Evergreen Organics back in September of 2016, I couldn't help but think of the film Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner. I'm not sure whether you're familiar with it. I know a lot of our listeners probably will. Very famous film. And there's the line, if you build it, they will come. And I feel like, people have theme songs. And if people had theme movies, Field of Dreams would be your movie.
If you open the doors, the customers will come.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's such wonderful vision.